I'm going to make a critical analysis about the impact of the short film when compared to the feature film. I'm going to use Hotel Chevalier as an example and talk about how the Edgar Allan Poe's philosophy of composition shows this. Throughout the years, we've been seeing short films being used in every form of communication and used for many purposes. We see short films in marketing to make a product look appealing enough for us to buy it, in music videos to add more meaning to a certain song, and of course in film and video game trailers. Short films are a great way to tell a remarkable message due to their short length, therefore people tend to not lose focus on it, making it more impactful. In fact, many directors began their careers doing them, like Sofia Coppola, Spike Jonze, Edgar Wright, among many others. I'm going to talk about Hotel Chevalier, a short narrative film made by the famous director Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson is known for having made films such as Grand Budapest Hotel and Moonrise Kingdom. His filmography so far got him 6 Oscar nominations. This short film I will be focusing on is a 13-minute prologue to the Darjeeling Limited, his next feature film. Anderson financed it all himself, which made him have more freedom of expression and employ his signature aesthetic to its fullest. Hotel Chevalier follows the life of Jack Whitman, who we get to know more closely in the Darjeeling Limited. Here, we see him in a Parisian hotel, in a very Anderson colorful palais. We see Jack Whitman as a lonely character, since he's in a hotel room in Paris on his own, ordering food for himself. This until his phone rings and we hear a mysterious woman saying she's coming to meet him at the hotel.
From the airport and the front desk won't give me your room number.
He decides to take a shower in anticipation of her presence, putting on a suit and turning on his record player. He then settles on a song that will play for the rest of the short. He opens the door and his ex-lover appears. She wanders around the room, examining every little thing, and we realize that they haven't seen each other in quite a while, and that they're trying to reconnect with each other. As they get undressed to get intimate, they end up having a brutal and honest conversation about their relationship, where we see a portrait of the true nature of their destructive love. The short is full of typical Wes Anderson symmetrical shots, which help the audience connect more with the characters and the set design, and mise-en-scene give us a cold and yet warm effect at the same time. Hotel Chevalier is an example of a short film, which can be very impactful compared to feature films if we take in consideration Edgar Allan Poe's philosophy of composition.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Edgar writes about the relevance on the effect in literature, but we can also adapt this idea to short films. He emphasizes that this consequence should have a universal appeal. We can all relate to Hotel Chevalier in the way Anderson uses the complicated sexual mechanics of a broken relationship, as well as the vulnerability of nudity to explore ideas about regret, abused and missed opportunity. Poe also writes about something called the unity of impression, stating that every element of a short story should have the same impact to the reader. In order to maintain such unity, it must be consumable in one sitting. If any literary work is too long to be read at one sitting, we must be content to dispense with the immensely important effect derivable from unity of impression. For if 2 sittings be required, the affairs of the world interfere and everything like totality is at once destroyed. So according to Poe, short films correlate to this idea of unity, due to their restricted length. The impression of the work is not destroyed and the viewers are able to hold the entirety of their experience. Hotel Chevalier is short but mysterious, seductive, enigmatic, and powerful. It shows us how complicated relationships can get when one of them has been hurt by the other. Nonetheless, their desire for each other is bigger than that pain, no matter how much time they've been apart. It's successful enough on its own, as it works better as a mood piece rather than belonging in a feature. To conclude, Hotel Chevalier proves itself to be a prime example of how a short film can be as impressive or more than a feature film due to its powerful, universal, and passionate message, according to Edgar Allan Poe's philosophy of composition. And the fact that the audience can watch it in one sitting without getting distracted with what happens around them makes the message stronger and better received.